Hey guys, welcome to the video on my channel. Today we're going to be covering the Kurosun Ninja. It did take me quite a bit to make this video. I'll get on that a little bit later. But immediately off the bat, on paper, in many ways than one, this pad does speak to me. It's a smooth, speed-oriented surface, sort of. It's not just another black square. It has a catching ninja print on the front holding a kunai with a really nice white stitching to match with accent. To speak on the speed surface, in my opinion, I don't really consider this pad super fast because of the high-ish dynamic friction. That or my pad has just slowed down a bunch since I got it. But as of right now, my pad has quite a bit of stopping power and friction more than you'd expect. As you can see when I glide the mouse on it, it comes to a nice little smooth stop. And now this might be for you, but it's not what I experienced at the beginning. Moving on to the stitching, I stated before I really enjoy the look of the white accent that it brings to the pad, and it really does tie the whole aesthetic together for me. It's on the same level of the surface and doesn't cause any discomfort in game. It sort of blends in with your desk because of the entire low profile of the pad. It comes in at 3 millimeters, but with the firmness of the pad, it somehow feels thinner than that. I can't quite explain it, but when I do use it, I do wear a sleeve, so that kind of does help disguise the thickness of the pad and blend it with my desk a little bit more. But when you switch to the bottom, it does have an alpha cell base with this little dot design, and when I add a little bit of moisture, it does stick to my desk really well. However, when like you see here, when the moisture dissipates, it doesn't really stick to my desk too well. Let me get a camera angle. It's not quite the stickiest surface, and I can get it to move. But if I, like I said, add a little bit more moisture to the pad, it will stick to my desk just fine. Now, this video did take me a bit to make, like I said before, because at the beginning, I really did enjoy this pad. But when I first got it, I usually notice that when I first get things like this, my opinion tends to sway the more and longer I use something. After a bit, I did notice some weird quirks with the surface and the base that has changed my mind on it. To start, the surface has little wavy dips on this side here that when I move my mouse over it, you can feel it. And it does cause some weird issues with the tracking, and it makes me feel inconsistent overall. The second problem I had that I can't quite pinpoint why it happens is probably due to the inconsistencies of the alpha cell base and the surface, but I did have some issues with humidity, and every time I pulled it out, I did notice that it did not feel the same every time I touched it. Quite like I said, every time I pulled it out to switch to it, it felt like faster or slower, and it wasn't really consistent. I tried washing it. I tried many different things. I tried leaving it out of the box to try to help dissipate some of that humidity. But after a couple of days, it sort of felt the same. And then like magically a week later, the pad would feel brand new again. And it was really, really throwing me off, which stopped me switching to it overall. I cannot quite recommend this pad due to the issues I had, but when it feels normal, I love the hell out of it. Which brings me to the end of the video, which is there is a second version of this pad coming out in the near future, and I am eager to get my hands on it to make a review of it. If you do have any questions, please ask in the comments. I do notice a lot of people love this pad and want to get their hands on it. So I wanted to put my video out fairly recent or fairly soon because I want to touch on the issues I did have with this pad. It is not perfect. But that does give Kurosun room to improve this surface and expand upon it, and I am excited to see what they make of it. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will put up some gameplay that I had with this pad.
All I do is treat her right, but she still does me wrong. I don't even wanna fight, move the faucet along. When I'm down, I'm getting high. Someone pass me the bomb. Wait, gas got me high, out of space. Realizing I hate your face. I'm flying high to get away, higher than I've ever been. You treated me like trash. I'm sitting here in the bin. Don't wanna do this again. I fell in love with a friend. She said she's loyal as fuck. Had him at 9, me at 10. I can't trust no